One night, a man fell asleep on his couch with his dog curled at his feet. He woke up 3 hours later to find the dog pressed against the wall on the opposite side of the room, staring at him in the dark. He thought nothing of it. 6 weeks later, his dog bit him. No warning, no growl, just teeth. And when the trainer came in, she said, "Oh, there were plenty of warnings." Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never miss those warnings again. Welcome to Canine Mind. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that button right now, because what you're about to learn could completely change the relationship you have with your dog. Today, we are going over 14 behaviors that may indicate your dog is not comfortable around you or flat out doesn't trust you. Some of these will surprise you. At least one of them will make you stop and think about your own dog. Let's get into it. Sign 14. They freeze when you reach toward them. When a dog trusts you completely, reaching toward them triggers a lean in. They move toward your hand. But a dog that does not feel safe will do the opposite. Their body stiffens, they hold their breath, and in that fraction of a second before your hand lands, they brace. This is called a freeze response, and animal behaviorists classify it as one of the clearest pre-conflict signals in canine body language. It means the dog is calculating whether what comes next is going to hurt them. If your dog does this with you regularly, even if they never snap, even if they eventually allow the touch, that freeze is a message. Don't ignore it. Sign 13. They don't come to you when you call, but they go to others. Here's a question worth sitting with. When you call your dog's name, what happens?
If the honest answer is sometimes nothing, and yet that same dog sprints across the yard when someone else calls them, the problem isn't recall training. The problem is the relationship. Research in animal cognition has consistently shown that dogs choose proximity based on perceived safety. They go where they feel good. If you are not that place, there's a reason, and that reason is worth understanding before you reach for a longer leash. Sign 12. They won't hold eye contact with you. This one goes deeper than most people realize. During the domestication of dogs over thousands of years, scientists believe one of the key evolutionary shifts was the dog's ability to make soft, voluntary eye contact with humans, something wolves virtually never do. When a dog gazes at you willingly, their brain releases oxytocin, the same bonding hormone released between a mother and her newborn. It is, neurologically speaking, an act of love. So when a dog consistently looks away from you, breaks eye contact quickly, or turns their head to the side when you look at them, they are not being coy. They are telling you, politely, carefully, that they are not comfortable enough to open that channel with you. Sign 11. They sleep as far from you as possible. Wild canids, wolves, jackals, African wild dogs, sleep pressed against their pack, not near their pack, against them, touching. Because in the wild, sleep is vulnerability, and you only make yourself vulnerable next to those you would trust with your life. Your dog carries that wiring. If they are sleeping in another room, against the far wall, or visibly repositioning themselves every time you get closer during sleep, they are saying, "You are not in my circle of safety." That's hard to hear, but it matters.
Sign 10. They yawn, lick their lips, or look away every time you approach. Most people think yawning means a dog is tired. Sometimes it does. But in the context of an approach, especially your approach, yawning, lip licking, and head turning are what trainers call calming signals. These are behaviors dogs use to de-escalate tension. They are stress responses. The dog is essentially trying to make themselves appear smaller and less threatening to avoid conflict. If your dog runs through this sequence when you walk toward them, they are not relaxed around you. They are managing you. Sign 9. Their tail wags to the left when they see you. You may need to watch closely for this one, but it is worth knowing. A study published in Current Biology found that the direction of a dog's tail wag is neurologically meaningful. A right-biased wag is associated with positive emotions, relaxation, happiness, social approach. A left-biased wag activates stress responses in other dogs who observe it, and it correlates with the dog experiencing negative or uncertain emotional states. When your dog sees you and their tail drifts left, even if it's wagging, something uncomfortable is being registered. The tail doesn't lie, even when the wag looks friendly. Sign 8. They take food from your hand but won't let you get close otherwise. This one fools a lot of people. A dog that takes treats from you seems relaxed, right? Not necessarily. Food is a powerful enough motivator that many anxious dogs will override their discomfort briefly to get it, and then immediately increase distance the moment the food is gone. Pay attention to what happens right after the treat disappears. Does your dog stay near you, or do they immediately drift away, turn their back, or move behind furniture?
That post-treat behavior is the real answer to how they feel about being near you. Sign 7. They carry their tail low or tucked around you specifically. Tail carriage is one of the most reliable indicators of emotional state in dogs. A neutral or elevated tail suggests confidence and ease. A tail carried low, not fully tucked but just below the neutral line, consistently indicates mild anxiety or submission. The key question isn't whether your dog ever carries their tail low. It's whether they carry it low specifically around you and then relax it in other contexts. If the tail drops when you enter the room and lifts when you leave, that pattern is the message. Sign 6. They never bring you objects or drop toys at your feet. This behavior is so common in happy dogs that it gets dismissed as quirky or annoying. But bringing objects is a profound social gesture in canine behavior. Dogs who feel genuine affection and trust will offer their most valued possessions to the people they love. It's an invitation. It's vulnerability. It's the dog saying, "I want to interact with you, and I trust you enough to share what's mine." If your dog never initiates this with you, especially if they do it with other people in the household, that absence is meaningful. They are not inviting you in. Sign 5. They position their body away from you even when they're in the same room. Geography matters, but so does orientation. A dog that tolerates your presence but isn't comfortable with you will often make a subtle choice. They stay in the room, but they angle their body away from you. Their back is toward you. Their gaze drifts toward the door. They are physically present but emotionally pointed elsewhere. This is different from a dog sprawled out asleep. This is a dog making a conscious choice about which direction feels safe, and you're not it. Sign 4. They stiffen or move away when you try to initiate affection. Petting for a dog that trusts you is one of the best things in the world. Research has confirmed that gentle, calm touch reduces canine cortisol levels and lowers heart rate in dogs that are comfortable with the person touching them. But for a dog that doesn't feel safe with you, touch does the opposite. It spikes their stress. If your dog stiffens when you reach for them, shifts their weight backward, or quietly gets up and moves when you sit down next to them, they are not being dramatic. They are telling you exactly how they feel. Sign 3. They consistently choose someone else over you. This one is uncomfortable to confront. You come home, your dog loses their mind, but they lose it running toward your partner, your kid, your roommate. When you reach for them, they step around you. When you sit down, they settle next to someone else. This is not random. Dogs do not distribute their affection equally if left to choose freely. They orient toward the person they feel best with. If that person is consistently not you, it's worth asking what the relationship between you and your dog actually looks like on a daily basis. Sign 2. They growl when you enter their space. Growling is communication, not aggression. In fact, a dog that growls is doing something important. They are warning instead of escalating. But a dog that growls at their owner is a dog that has run out of softer options. They've been ignored. Their body language wasn't read. Their calming signals didn't work. By the time a dog growls at the person who is supposed to be their safe person, a significant amount of trust has already eroded. Do not punish the growl. Listen to it. It is the last warning before silence, and silence is when bites happen. And sign 1, the most important sign of all, they never voluntarily seek you out. Think about your day with your dog. Across all of it, the morning, the afternoon, the evening, how many times did your dog come to you with no reason, no food involved, no leash in sight, just choosing to be near you? Happy dogs do this constantly. They check in, they nudge, they position themselves close for no reason other than that being near you feels good. A dog that does not trust you will not do this. They may coexist with you, they may follow house rules, but they will not seek you out. And that absence, that quiet, daily absence of voluntary closeness, is perhaps the most honest thing a dog can tell you. Here's the thing. Every single sign on this list is reversible. Trust between a dog and a human is not fixed. It is built moment by moment through consistency, patience, and learning to communicate in a language your dog actually understands. The fact that you watched this entire video means you are already the kind of owner who pays attention, and that is exactly where change starts. If this video helped you understand your dog better, subscribe to Canine Mind. We go deep on dog behavior every week. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 14 signs did you recognize in your own dog? I read every single one.